Hi, this is Secret Hobbies. A lot of people know that I dumpster dive, but what a lot of people don't know is that maybe it's not such a bad idea to prep a little. We don't know what's going to happen in the future, and if anything, just get ready for the unforeseeable and, a long, hard winter. And I wanted to talk to people about some of the stuff that I've been finding in the dumpster, because these are things that you can put back and use. And a lot of them, their shelf life is longer than what it says. The expiration date is sometimes not exactly, okay, sometimes the expiration date's kind of bogus. But I wanted to show some things, just because you don't really like something, I wouldn't necessarily walk away from it if I found it, because like this, I wouldn't necessarily always eat this, but if you had a head cold and you put some on a salad or a roast beef or something, it would definitely help clear that up. And this stuff, I didn't know what it was. I got it home. It's pimentos. I didn't really know how to eat them, but turns out they make a fantastic cheese dip when you mix them with the Philadelphia cream cheese, or the any kind of cream cheese. But prepping is expensive. Just getting prepared for the future, it is expensive. And like the steamed crisp vegetables, I'm not going to walk away from it just because it has a dent. I'm going to look at it, see, they have seal, how's the seal, And Meezer Girl did a video about this, and she has some good information on that. But some other things I've found peanuts and, peanut butter. These are things that have really good quality nutritional value if like the power went out, or you couldn't cook or something like that. Other things I've found include this, and this could be used to lift somebody's spirits, to trade, to maybe, I don't know, maybe possibly disinfect something, I don't know. But I wouldn't walk away from alcohol, because although I don't drink very much of it, I know a lot of people who it just seems to make them really happy to have one with their dinner, and good for them. And I like my mudslides. Okay, and like this here, no, it's not healthy, but I tell you what, it boosts morale in a bad situation if you're able to continue to get the things that you're used to having, or you're able to eat a little nummy sometimes. It does kind of boost the spirits. A lot of people are going to disagree with me. I'm sorry. Some other things that I do, I don't like to waste. But another thing that I do and I find in dumpsters is, I found this in a dumpster. It is copper coil. And it was actually not in a dumpster, but it was in a fan I found in the dumpster, and I broke open the fan. So you'll find things like fans and, different electrical things that you can, in dumpsters, that you can actually save this stuff up. And if you're a housewife and you don't feel like digging in dumpsters, you might look around your house and find all sorts of stuff that you're not using that you could actually scrap and get a little side money from. I mean, not a lot, but it's a little bit, and you can use it. And here's another thing I found out in the dumpster. It's like a hook, except for I found like 36 of them. And they're pretty heavy, so I'm probably going to scrap that too. But after I scrap that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my coupons, and going to clip coupons, of course. And I get these. Where do I get these? From the dumpster, from the recycling bin in town. And also you can get a subscription to it, but you can get it from the recycling bin in town, and not always, but you can find lots of coupons in the recycling bin. And you can take those and clip your coupons and save up your scrap money, because in the month of like October, November, there are some good sales going on. There really are. So take advantage of them. Definitely take advantage of them. We just did a deal where we found that there were hot dogs for 4 packs for $1. That's 25 cents a pack. Now in 2013, that's a pretty good price for a bunch of hot dogs. And of course we bought, stocked up on them, because that's quite a bit. So that is definitely something. Watch the sales, and save your money and your coupons up, because these deals like Walgreens, right around Thanksgiving, they're going to be doing things with register rewards. You're going to want to get there. You're going to want to stay all day, stay 3-4 hours, take a friend, do multiple transactions, because you can get like $130 worth of stuff for like 30 bucks if you're smart with your coupons and roll your rewards. I can't explain it all right now, but click on the videos about YouTube, Walgreens, couponing, and you will learn an immense amount. And when they have their special sales, right, it's usually right around Thanksgiving, and it's definitely worth checking out, because you can go home with a carload full of toilet paper and vitamins. And another thing that I do is, when I'm dumpster diving, every once in a while, I will get a box or a bag that the box was crushed, or the bag is at the bottom of the bag is at the bottom of the dumpster, and I don't want the box because I think the box is just, it touched the bottom or something. So I will bring it home. I don't waste stuff. I will bring it home. I will take the bag out of the box, and I will sometimes wash the bag if I think I should. And I will use the instructions, or write the instructions right on the bag, so that I have that, and I put the date on it, so then I know what I have, and I'm not letting it go to waste. I do hate to waste. I hate to say that, that's the truth. And when we were diving the other day, I found these, and my sister's like, that's just a bunch of crap, you know? She's like thinking I'm being a hoarder and stuff, and I thought about it, and I don't want to be a hoarder. I don't want to take home too much stuff. But you know what? The girls can have a lot of fun with these if something happens that they just need to do handcrafts or flowers. And you know, you got to think about, look at your house, and if you already got a bunch of stuff, don't take all the goodies, because you're going to find tons of stuff you got to walk away from when you're dumpster diving. But this kind of stuff, you know, I bring it home. If I had like an old straw hat and the girls were bored and it was snowed in and maybe we didn't have internet, they could, you know, glue up some flowers on a hat and just have fun, or maybe make some floral arrangements. It's just those little kind of things, you know, you have to be it's a judgment call on your part, but you want to have things that will boost morale, and, you know, you got to think about keeping people busy and having positive attitude whenever things do get really bad. And I don't know that they will. I'm just hoping for the best and prepping for the worst. So, thank you everybody for watching my video, and I appreciate it very much. And like, click, subscribe, please.